What's going on, everybody? My name is Justin Higgins and welcome to part 2. What we're going to be doing is working on an original piece and we're going to be talking about confidence. So let's get into it. How's it going, everybody? Today's topic is confidence. We're going to be going over just the thoughts that go through your head when you draw, at least the thoughts that go through mine. And I hope that you guys can find some type of truth in this in this jargon that I'm about to tell you guys. For the most part, I feel confidence is something that a lot of artists struggle with because they want to be a better artist even before the time that they draw. Like, to elaborate on that, like, they want to be better than where they are now. And a lot of artists, like including myself, deal with this all the time. I'll look at another person's work and I'll be like, holy shit, that guy has the best lines ever, or that guy really knows how to paint, and he really knows how to, like, do the magic in Photoshop that I don't even know. And I think a little bit of that is great, to watch somebody else's work and stuff like that, but I don't think in high doses it's good for you. because I feel like if you keep staring at somebody else's work and you compare their work to yours, you are never going to be satisfied with where you are as an artist. But I feel that once you get into a groove with your own work and you start to look at your work and say, hey, I'm growing. I'm slowly but surely, I am growing, and I am going to get there one day. But sometimes as an artist, one day isn't good enough. Like, it's like, screw that one day. I want it to be today. I want that day to be today. I want to get down on the computer and I want to draw something that makes the whole world say that guy right there, I want to be like that guy. You know, and everybody, I think all artists want to be that guy. You know, like the Jake Parkers or the Kim Jong-Gis or the Bobby Chews. Oh man, that guy's work is incredible. Like it's like what? It's like I started painting like it's like 2 years. 2 years ago, I started painting in Photoshop. I never did that before. All I did was like line work traditionally. I didn't even do digital work. I was on a Bamboo for a while. If you guys haven't checked out my last video, I was on a Bamboo, and that thing got me through a lot in art. But as I started to develop my artwork, I started to understand that a Bamboo's not gonna get it. Like, it's just not gonna take me to where I need to go. At the time, I'm pretty sure you could still do some good stuff, because I did some pretty decent stuff with my Bamboo, but for the most part, I was like, I gotta start taking this seriously, man. I gotta do art 15 hours a day to get good. And I came across a bunch of artist works on Instagram, and that's when I really started trying to push my Instagram, and I came across Bobby Chew's work. I've known about his work for a while, but I came across this piece he did of this like furry creature sitting on a branch, and I was just like, what? How is this possible? Like, what did he do? Like, what brushes did he use? And I think that's like the first thing that comes into your mind when you see somebody else's work. What type of brushes? What type of brushes do you guys use? And by some small degree, brushes do matter. Brush lives matter. And I'm gonna get a whole bunch of crap for that, but I don't care. It sounds funny. Brush lives matter. And honestly, it does matter what type of brushes you use if you want to get a certain effect, because you cannot, with a regular, it would probably take you forever. I don't even know how to do it, but with a regular round brush, you cannot do strands of hair like Sakimi-chan does. Like, it's just not possible. Like, it's just like, how in the hell do I get all those strands looking cool with a round brush. It's just not gonna happen. So I think like could Bob Ross have painted all those happy little trees with a chisel brush? Matter of fact, I think he has. I was watching Netflix the other day, and I think he did with a chisel brush. That's insane. Okay, which kills my point. But my point is, brushes do matter with the results, with some of the results, not all of them, but some of the results that you get when you paint. And I'm getting off topic because I'm weird like that, but I feel like when you see these artists work and you know that you're not capable of doing what they're doing, it's like this enchantment that happens. And all of a sudden, for some artists, they get really, like myself included, get really down in on yourself. Like, I suck. I'm never gonna be where Bobby is, or I'm never gonna be where Jim Lee is, or Patrick Brown, which is another one of my favorites. I'm never gonna be where those guys are, because those guys are too incredible. But for the most part, I feel like these other artists can teach you. They can teach you different methods, and they can teach you different techniques. If you study what they do and why they do it, or come to some type of degree in your head why they should do it, like or what I meant to say was, come to some degree in your head to where you're like, why did they do that? And you can understand, okay, if I do this and I implement that into my own works, could it possibly work the same, or could I get the same results, if not better, than I expected out of myself? You know, there's a lot of things that you can do to negate these negative thoughts that come into your head when you see an artist that's better than you. And I would say confidence is not the only thing that you need when it comes to drawing. I think it's just diligence. I think it's being persistent. It's keeping with the narrative, and it's keeping with everything that you need to allow yourself to progress and to move forward. And it's just gonna be hard. That's one thing I learned not too long ago, actually. It's just gonna be a hard road. You're gonna have good days where you draw, and it's gonna be some fucking awesome times, and then you're gonna have some bad days, and those days are gonna be difficult, and it's gonna push you to a degree where you're either gonna want to give up. All those lips were funny. I did some weird lips on there. See, even then, I did some weird lips on there. That was like weird. Even though it's like sped up, I did some like weird lip, like I don't even know what I was doing, but because I was trying to figure out where the position of the mask is, and even though this is sped up, I didn't really know what I was doing. I didn't know what this character was. I just added a bunch of stuff that I thought was cool to it, like skulls on his shoulders and like a skull mask and his chin like poking down. He even has like a halo. It doesn't make any sense, but it's like cool to me. And that's another thing, like, do what's good to you. Do what you love. It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks about how cool your style is, or how cool or how cool something is that you think is cool. Like, if you think it's cool, do it. Like, that's another thing that you can build your confidence with, is like, I know what I like, and if you know what you like, then go forth with that and create something really, really cool. Like, screw what everybody else thinks. And it isn't a degree to be like, oh, I'm just standoffish. It's just to say, hey, like, I know what I like, and I like what I like, and I'm not going to compromise, or nor am I gonna follow a trend because everybody else thinks it's cool. Like, if Little Mermaid came out with a new movie and everybody's drawing Little Mermaid and you don't like Little Mermaid's a good cartoon. It's a good film, but if you don't like it, then hey, you don't like it, and you don't have to follow that trend. You don't have to do like everybody else in the art world and draw something that everybody else is drawing. Like, I remember when Ghost in the Shell came out, like, a bunch of people were drawing Ghost in the Shell, and that's great. If you really do love the anime and you love the series and you love everything about it, then great. Draw that. Draw it all day, every day. Draw it on Thursdays, weekends, whatever. But if you're just drawing something because you want the likes, and oh man, that's another topic, the likes. I'm guilty of that too. Like, I like waking up in the morning and seeing that little confirmational so-and-so just like this picture, and you're like, oh, I wonder what picture they liked, and you're like tiptoeing to your phone like, oh, my phone lit up because I just posted something. But the truth about it is, it's very toxic if you allow that to control the narrative of why you draw and why you love drawing. And I love drawing because I love creating worlds and creating characters, and it took me a long time to really just figure out, this is what I like, and this is what I want to do for a living, and this is what I want to share with other people. And it took me a while. I did music for a long time, and it made me happy being around my friends and doing music and stuff like that. But ultimately, it didn't do what drawing did for me. Drawing took me to another place. It took me to another mindset, and I think even then, knowing, like, figuring that out helped me with my confidence and everything like that. If you guys struggle with anything, feel free to comment down below what you struggle with. Leave it in the comment section, like, whatever you struggle with, confidence wise or art wise or whatever, and stuff that you deal with from day to day when it comes to any talent, art, music, sports, whatever. Like, comment below, let me know. I would love to hear what you guys struggle with, and we can get through it, you know what I mean? It's like a hi, my name is Justin and I struggle with art. And they're like, hi Justin, you know. It's like just weird stuff like that. But no, I just feel like putting this out there, because every time I'm behind the pen, I'm not that confident. A lot of people enjoy my work, and I appreciate everybody for enjoying the work that I do. But for the most part, I'm not always confident in doing my work or putting it out and letting people eyeball it. I'm very frightened of negative feedback. But even so, like, I put it out anyway because I love this. Like, this is what I love to do, and just let me know if you guys have the same problems or the same issues with trying to build your confidence. But all in all, to make a long story weirdly short, love what you do, understand why you do it, and don't let anybody else judge how you're supposed to do it. Confidence is just a word that makes people nervous, including myself, because it's a word that a lot of people that I've spoken to, artists, musicians, struggle with all the time, and I just want those barely starting out to understand that it's gonna happen. It's gonna be a part of your drawing, but it's not the end. You are gonna get better. You're gonna look back at your old self, and you're gonna be like, hey man, I remember that drawing. I remember how whack I felt that drawing was. And the old me ain't got shit on me, baby. And the old me ain't got nothing on me, baby. So thumbs up if you like it. Thumbs down if you don't. This is part 1 of Schoolboy. I'm going to be doing part 2. And it's going to be coming very soon, because I'm almost done. And you guys have a good one. Later.